Guys, deluded Gunnar. Sunday, Arsenal versus Manchester City. Pray for us, man, car. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we might as well preview the game. Now we've embarrassed ourselves against Liverpool, embarrassed ourselves against Watford, showed ourselves up away from at Stoke. We know away form's been a big theme of this season. It's been a big theme of Arsenal for years. We need to turn up away from home. We need to turn up away from home. We need to turn up in big games away from home. So far, we have not done that, and this is a chance to put it right. Again, if you're like the many experts and people that just love football, including myself, you don't expect us to win. You expect us to get hit for a lot. You expect City to run riot because one team is in mad form. Everybody from the strikers to the defenders look like they can score. And with Arsenal, you don't know which Arsenal is going to turn up. The Arsenal that turned up against Everton is not the same Arsenal that turned up against Swansea. The one consistency between the two is that they were both slow to start and went a goal behind. And we can't do that against City. City start games fast, we start games slow. So with that in mind, you're thinking it's gonna be a typical Arsenal one where we get hit for a couple. Do you remember Liverpool a couple of years ago when Suarez was there and we got hit in like 10 minutes for bare goals? You're thinking of something like that. Sane, all of these players are scoring goals, are interchanging positions. City are a joy to watch. It's a shame we're gonna have to watch them against us. But yeah, man, back to what we need to turn up. We remember what happened last year where we could have won that game and we screwed it up in the second half. We could have done it. Ain't won there since 2014. Need to show up away from home. Yes, the point against Chelsea was a good point, and all the players were getting excited saying this is a turning point. This is a chance to prove what you're talking about. Prove it. We've got 6 points off the last two big games we've played. We've got six. Out of a possible 6 points, we've got one against Chelsea and Liverpool. Liverpool dealt with us, battered us. Chelsea, fair play, we did what we needed to do. Now, if we add another 3 into 6, it makes 9 in regards to this. There's 3 points on the line against City. Imagine taking 1 point from 9. That's poor. If you've got any minerals over the next 2 games, Spurs included, you want 4 points. You want 4 points. As an Arsenal fan, I'm prepared to get none because you know how our team moves. But you want 4 points. You take a draw versus City or Spurs and live to fight another day. Ideally, you want to beat both. We need to do this thing. We're 5th on 19 points. Liverpool can, I think our goal difference is better than Liverpool, so they won't technically go ahead of us. But don't quote me on that, they could. So let's just look at it that Liverpool could overtake us in our position if we don't do our business. People are on our necks. The same way if we win, we can go ahead of some people as well and close the gap, man. Chelsea, well, we can't go ahead of United and Chelsea. But you can make ground on United if they lose or Chelsea lose. Chelsea are below us. Chelsea below us or in front of us? Chelsea ahead of us, I believe. So we can advance ahead of them or whatever and close the gap on United even though we're nowhere near them if we win. And ultimately, when you look back in May, fine margins. We missed out on top 4 by a point. Fine margins, fine margins, fine margins. In regards to City, they dealt with Chelsea when they faced them. They dealt with Liverpool when they faced them. They're dealing with the small sides. They're doing their thing. They look scary. God knows how we're going to beat them. We need to go 4-3-3, but it ain't going to happen. Now, both sides are in action in midweek. City are likely to play a full-strength side or a very strong side against Napoli. Complete opposite for Arsenal because of the Europa League, of course. But you can guarantee the City players are going to be the ones looking fresher. No Ozil, no Lacazette, no Alexis Sanchez. None of them will look as fit as them City boys, I guarantee you. And it just comes down right to preparation and being inspired. I really hope we're just working on defensive shape, retaining defensive shape, following runners and marking. Because if we do that, you have half a chance. You cannot afford to give these City players space. You cannot afford to switch off. You cannot afford to not follow runners. And on a side note, why I just said Alexis Sanchez, no doubt a lot of the pre-build is going to be focused around him. We know the projected move to City didn't work out. It was very much, he was the highlight of the last fixture this time last year, if you remember. Because you remember the crouching on the floor, the hugging Pep, blah, blah, blah. It's ironic how things turn out. Like I said, we sit 5th. We have the chance to make some ground. We have it. Big game, show what you're worth. Compared to all the other big games, we do play slightly better against a Pep Guardiola side. I don't know if that's because Wenger and him are footballing purists. They both want to play football or whatever. We beat his Bayern Munich and things like that. So, yeah, with that being said, you can expect goals, man. Without saying who winning and them things, I think 3 goals regardless in the game minimum. If we just go based on what's happened previously, you can expect Sane to do his thing as well. Like, City are going to be G'd up. They can make ground on United. Mad ground. United are playing Chelsea. Both teams are in big games. Well, 4 teams are in big games. You'd expect City to beat us. And Chelsea, United, I'm sure both sets of fans would take a point. You don't know either way that's going to go. If they draw either way, if United don't take 3 points, City can make some advances, and this is a sort of time where you kind of want to just be getting through. City have a target on their backs. People expect them to people are saying, can they go undefeated? People are waiting for them to lose. In that regards, Arsenal should have an underdog mentality. We've got nothing to lose. Everybody, myself included, expects us to get whitewashed. So I want to see some fearless approach. I want to see us play without a handbrake. We cannot respect them. Don't get it twisted. We need to be smart and do our defensive job, but we can't respect them and think, oh, it's Kevin De Bruyne or it's Sergio and Gab Jesus. These players are playing so amazing. Let them run past me. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. It's always an entertaining game, not for me because I'm an Arsenal fan, but for the purists, it is an entertaining game when these sides meet. There's typically a lot of goals. Personally, like I already said earlier, 3 goals in the whole game in total minimum, but whether that's 2-1 to Arsenal, 2-1 to City, I don't know. But there's 3 goals to be had. Sane probably be annoying to us again and bag. I would love to see 4-3-3. But if I'm honest, guys, I don't see Wenger going with it, because why is he going to change it? He had the chance to change it last game and prepare us. I don't know what they're doing in training, and we played 4 at the back for years, so in theory they should be able to do this. But I don't know. I think he's going to go 3 at the back. I'll allude to the starting lineup, which I believe he's going to start later. But there's question marks over Wilshere. I would like Wilshere. There's a case for Wilshere to start, but he's likely going to start on Thursday. And do I see him starting and playing on Thursday and starting on Sunday? I'll be lying if I told you guys that was a yes to that answer. There's a case for Iwobi to start on the basis that how we played against Barcelona a few years ago in their defeat, how we played against Bayern Munich, not Bayern Munich, how we played against Chelsea, quick decision making, quick thinking. That's Iwobi's strength. On the basis that the midfield, we're going to need someone who can put a foot in. Maybe Coquelin could start, but like Wilshere, I think he's going to play on Thursday, so I don't know. So that leaves it to Ramsey, and we don't know if it's going to be the Ramsey that turned up against Chelsea at the Bridge or it's going to be the Ramsey at Liverpool. Either way, we need someone to turn up, man, and that's why I'm saying 4-3-3, because if Ramsey does that nonsense, at least there's 2 men in midfield. If he does that now, he's abandoning Xhaka time and time again. And with a team like City that are so heavily based on playing in the centre and their midfielders being so central to their plans and their fullbacks coming inside and congesting the middle, we can't leave anybody deserted in that midfield, and I think Ramsey might just do that. So without wasting any further time, let's get into the starting lineup. I've got Cech in goal. On the flanks, Hector Bellerin, Kozlesniak. Koscielny in goal with Mertes. Koscielny at centre-half. BFG at centre-half. Monreal at centre-half. Cech in goal if I haven't already said. Ramsey, like I've already said, Ramsey, if you're going to play like you did against Chelsea, cool. But we don't know what Ramsey's going to have. We're likely to see Ramsey. So Ramsey and Xhaka in that regard. Mesut Ozil, Lacazette and Alexis. Now let me go over that again because I made a mess of it. Cech in goal. Kozlesniak at left back. Bellerin at right back. The defenders of Koscielny, BFG and Monreal. Midfield, you're going to get Xhaka and Ramsey, Ozil, Lacazette, and Alexis make up the side. If it was up to me and it's a 4-3-3 thing now, Hector Bellerin, Koscielny, Holding / Monreal, but for whatever reason, Kozlesniak, Coquelin, Xhaka, Ramsey / Wilshere. Yeah, man. And then you got Ozil on the right wing, and you got the 2 boys in Alexis and Lacazette through the middle. Yeah, man. Ozil would obviously be on the right wing, but he would float between the 2. Either way, regardless of whatever side goes out there, man, the midfield has got Xhaka and Ramsey. You're likely to see them. You've got to be on job today. Sunday. You've got to. No midfield. We don't have a chance. The midfield has to help the centre-halves. The strikers actually are going to have to drop back as well. We need to counter. We know we're not going to win the midfield battle. We know we're not going to win that. So with that in mind, we need to be decisive of what we do in play. There's really not much more to be said on that. Oh, yeah, we've got Mike Oliver as the referee, so make of that what you will. You know he's going to shag us in some sort of way. He's a bit of a twat. But yeah, man. Just a day in the life of a Gooner, man. I mean, ideally, you'd like to win. If you're honest, you expect to lose. We take a point, and then we try and go against Spurs and try our best against Spurs. We're more likely to beat Spurs than City, of course. But yeah, man, if you're an Arsenal fan, you don't expect to win any of them, if we're really honest. Guys, the Luda I'm signing out. That's the Manchester City programme preview. Sorry if I've confused you in any way, shape or form. I'm just thinking about how on earth we beat this side. I'm signing out. Get in the comments, do the rest.